Medicine Shop Pharmacy has been serving Charlotte County for 27 years with the same owner and pharmacist, Wayne Wallace. They offer the personalized service of a small-town pharmacy, but the buying power of a large chain to keep prices low. Medicine Shop specializes in compounding medication, which means custom making them for each patient, including bioidentical hormones. They even have free delivery. Medicine Shop is located on US 41 in Port Charlotte. Call them at 941-627-9855. Metagenics is a worldwide supplement company that offers better health through nutrition and lifestyle medicine. Its high-quality products are designed to help doctors and healthcare professionals offer safe, effective, and more natural approaches to their patients. Metagenics is an industry leader in metabolic detoxification, something we all need because of our toxic environment. They also have numerous supplements to treat illness and maintain health. Metagenics products are only available through healthcare practitioners. To find the one closest to you, go to their website at metagenics.com. When it comes to health and aging, our bodies are under constant attack. Free radicals are your health's #1 enemy. Now there's overwhelming science pointing to antioxidants as the ultimate solution to this free radical assault. The great news is that cocoa is the most powerful antioxidant superfood on the planet. That's right, chocolate. But not just any chocolate, only one chocolate. WRXY is recognized by the U.S. Trademark and Patent Office as healthy chocolate. WRXY is cold-processed cocoa with acai and blueberry. It is delicious. All of the WRXY products proudly display their certified levels of flavonoids and antioxidants. They're among the highest scores of any foods in the world. Are you concerned about your health? You must eat more antioxidants. Why not eat WRXY, the healthy chocolate? To try WRXY, to get more information, or to learn how to build your own part-time business and residual income as part of my team, call 1-800-996-5383 or visit our website, hcinfo.net. Welcome back to Prescription for Health. I'm Dr. Alan Gruning. I'm a holistic physician practicing in Fort Myers and in Port Charlotte. I have a passion to educate the people of Southwest Florida about natural, holistic things that they can do to get healthy, stay healthy, and get off of all the prescription pharmaceuticals that they're taking. We've been talking today about toxins, and in particular right now we're talking about plastic. And plastic has made its way into our environment in every way, shape, or form, and it's contaminated all of our food supply, it's contaminated our bodies, and so we're going to look at some of the major plastics for a moment here and then talk about how we can get rid of them. So some examples of organic pollutants. Bisphenol A. And if you don't know what bisphenol A is, don't be ashamed of that, because most people don't. But it's in everything. It's toxic at very low doses. And if you look at some of your plastic things, it'll have a number on them in the recycle area, about number 7, number 3. Well, this is usually number 7. And it's actually in liquid infant formulas. In fact, liquid infant formulas are heavily contaminated with bisphenol A. It's really sick. And canned fruits and vegetables, the lining of canned products oftentimes has bisphenol A on it. Canned soups, drinks that lines metal cans. It's in baby bottles, food containers. You cannot heat this in the microwave because it comes out into the food. And so it's extremely important that you get the plastic out of your kitchen. And it causes breast and prostate cancer, infertility, insulin resistance, and something called polycystic ovarian syndrome. So as we've talked about, these substances heavily disrupt the endocrine system of our body. So what can we do to get them out? Well, let's talk about that in a moment. Let's take a look at another one. PCBs. Now, we've all heard of PCBs. They're man-made chlorinated hydrocarbons, but they were banned in 1979. They're still present, however, in old electrical equipment and appliances, particularly in landfills, and where they leach out into the water and the ground and contaminate our food supply. They're in oil paints, caulks, plastics. They're highly concentrated in fish, and they cause all kinds of cancers and a disruption of your neuroendocrine immune system. So your immune system goes haywire from these things. Another one is dioxin. Many of you have probably heard about dioxin. It's from the manufacture, molding, burning of organic chemicals such as pesticides and herbicides and plastics that contain chlorine. So chlorinated plastics are a big problem. And it was particularly an issue with Agent Orange, which was used in Vietnam. Paper mills, where they bleach the organic wood pulp with chlorine bleach and cause this problem. Bleached coffee filters, so you definitely need to have unbleached coffee filters. It's in number 3 plastics, and especially soft plastics like cling wraps and plastic bags like lunch bags. It accumulates in your fat cells of beef, pork, and freshwater fish, and it's also in milk and full-fat milk products. It causes cancer, birth defects, infertility, all kinds of disorders. Most of the U.S. population has been tested and found that they have levels for very serious health effects. That means you and me. We all have dioxin in our system. It's a very scary thing, and we need to get it out. The last thing we're going to look at is phthalates. These come by various names that you'll see on different kinds of personal care products, BDP, etc. They're particularly in baby powders, shampoos, hairsprays, flexible plastics, cars, toys, insect repellents, fragrances that you see on normal products. They're in plastic 3 and 7 also. So phthalates are ubiquitous in a lot of our personal care products. Again, if you go on the website for the Environmental Working Group, they have a nice thing there about all of your personal care products, thousands of them, and which ones are safe, which ones are heavily contaminated with these phthalates, because you need to get them out of your life. So we've talked a lot about plastic and all the negative things that they can do to us. So how do we begin to get it out of our life? Well, when I started to first look at this, I looked around my kitchen and our house, and I was shocked how much plastic we had in our life. And I thought to myself, my goodness, what does the average person have? And if you look around your pantry, you've got plastic containers that you're storing things in, you've got cling wrap, you've got plastic lunch bags, you've got containers that you're heating things up in the microwave that are plastic, and all these things are terrible. So where do we begin? And the plastic water bottles, which are a big deal. So where do we begin to eliminate all that? Well, getting rid of the plastic water bottles, I think you have to have a reverse osmosis unit put in under your sink, and there are plenty of water companies that will install them here in Southwest Florida. There's actually one company I know of that will rent it to you for $20 a month and put it under your sink and maintain it for you. It's actually a lease. And so it doesn't cost you anything other than $20 a month, and they change the filters and they do everything with it. That's a great bargain because you're probably spending more than $20 a month on plastic water bottles. So get the plastic out of your life. Start using glass containers. Use metal water bottles, which are becoming more popular. Do not heat anything in the microwave that's plastic. Only use glass. Only use ceramic. A lot of glass containers, though, still have plastic lids on them. Take the plastic lid off. Use a wet paper towel over the top of it when you heat it in the microwave. If you're going to store something in the refrigerator, try to use glass containers. If you have to use a rigid plastic container in the refrigerator, that's probably okay for now, but definitely don't heat anything in it. And don't leave any kind of plastic around that has to have food in it at room temperature or at any kind of warm temperatures, because it'll leach the plastic out into the food and you'll be consuming that. So other than taking those steps to try to get the plastic out of our life, what else can we do? You can go through a detoxification. So you've probably all heard about different kinds of detoxification programs that are available. I've looked at all of them in my medical practice, and I kind of specialize in detoxification, so I've taken a good look at these. And I found one that I'm particularly comfortable with, and if you watched our show with Metagenics with Nancy Casey, we talked about this on there. And if you go to our website at prescriptionforhealth.tv, there's a whole information there about Metagenics, and you can get on their website and find a provider who uses their metabolic detoxification program. It uses a product called Ultra Clear Renew, and it's actually a drink made out of some rice protein and other substances, but it's got binding agents in it that when you drink this drink, it helps to mobilize these plastics and pesticides out of your fat cells so that now they come out and can get into your liver and be detoxified. The program supplies your liver with a whole bunch of nutrients and things that it needs to improve its detoxification capabilities, and then those things can be excreted from your body through your kidneys. And so it's a 10-day process for most people to go through this detoxification, and it's very gentle. I know a lot of detoxifications that make people horribly sick. I've had patients that have gotten horribly sick on them. I know that some people use enemas and colon cleansing and all these different things, and they may have their place for various kinds of detoxification, but we're particularly talking here about persistent organic pollutants. plastics, pesticides, and other petrochemicals that get into our body, solvents, pharmaceutical residues. So to get those things out, you need a very specific kind of detoxification. The Metagenics program using Ultra Clear Renew is a great program. It comes with something called GluteClear, which helps to increase your glutathione levels, which is an antioxidant in your cells, to help prevent damage as you're mobilizing these toxins out of your system. You want to be able to prevent damage to any of your cells, so this has that in it. It also comes with some vitamins that you need to take to support your body. I remember when I did this detox for 10 days, it was very easy to do. It was very gentle. It's very rigid. They tell you on day 1 you can eat this, day 2 you can eat that. You have to eliminate all meats at all for 10 days. You can't have any meat at all, any flesh foods at all. You're allowed to eat beans and rice and quinoa and some fruits and vegetables that they give you specific lists of, but that's it. You can only drink water. So during the middle part of this detox is a little difficult. Days 5 to 7, you get a little bit of weakness, but no horrible GI effects like vomiting or diarrhea or any of that. And then by day 10, you're feeling amazingly better as these substances now are getting out of your body. Your metabolism is beginning to recover. Your immune system and system in general are beginning to get in more balance. So this is an amazing program to detoxify your body. So in summary, we've talked a lot on this show today about different kinds of toxins that we're exposed to, particularly plastics and pesticides and solvents and pharmaceutical residues that are in the food supply that get into our body, lodge in our fat cells, and don't come out unless you detoxify yourself. You have to eliminate the source, and then you have to take something to get it out of your body, and then you have to keep yourself from being continually re-exposed to these kinds of toxins. And if you can do that, you'll be much healthier, you'll be able to lose weight, your metabolism will balance better, your hormones will balance better, you'll feel better. It's an amazing process to get detoxified from these things. So please do a little more research about toxins and toxicity that are in our environment and start adopting a healthier lifestyle, eating organic foods, organic meats, organic produce. Learn about the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen that we talked about. Get on the Environmental Working Group site. Learn about personal care products that are heavily contaminated with plastics, because we need to get those things out of our life. And hopefully this will allow us then to begin to restore the balance back to our system that we need. Now in future shows we're going to start talking about vitamins and supplements, about balancing hormones and thyroid function, so we'll get into all that in our next few shows. You know, what we've been trying to talk about on Prescription for Health is the balancing of your body, mind, and spirit, your physical, emotional, and spiritual life. We tend to focus a lot about your physical life on this show, but certainly your emotional health is important and your spiritual health is important. And when one of those is out of balance, they're all out of balance. And my life was horribly out of balance at one point. I had no spiritual life. And if you're there too, where you're not sure where you're at spiritually, if you don't have a relationship with God and a vibrant relationship with Jesus Christ, go to my website and learn more about how to have spiritual health and get your life in balance. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Alan Gruning. Thank you for watching Prescription for Health, Southwest Florida's local weekly TV program devoted to holistic health and healing. This is an outreach of Christian Health Ministries, dedicated to providing free medical care to the poor and uninsured of Southwest Florida who are in pain. If you would like to give toward the work of our free clinic, please send your tax-deductible donation to the address on the screen. God bless you on your journey toward better health.